Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've posted anything. My dad is with me right now in my little apartment. That's a learning process. He doesn't really cook for himself, but I know he needs to eat. I don't really cook for myself, but I know he needs to eat, so I'm working on that, cooking food. Um, Plus learning to deal with his medical stuff, get all of his appointments taken care of so that he can get himself back home, whatever that looks like. So it's been a lot of stuff going on. Plus, here at work, we got a couple of new people that we've been training. So I get home and it's all I can do to keep up on my dishes and keep up on my taking my trash out, because I was taking my trash out like every other week, and now with my dad dealing with ostomy bags, which is he's producing a lot of fecal material garbage, I'm taking it out at least every other day now. So that's like the changes in routine for ADHD brains. It takes up a lot of brain space, so I haven't really been able to get myself together to make a video, but I'm making this one real quick because I got a wild hair, and I think in one of the last videos I was talking about moving more stuff to my bank account instead of keeping so much cash around. I went through some of my cash cans, and I've got a solid $600 in cash sitting at my house, not earning any interest. And then I went through all of my bank accounts. I've got multiple bank accounts for like my car insurance, my car fuel and repair, my medical dental, and then my emergency fund, and just my general savings account. And I think that if I put them all, I did the math, if I put them all into one savings account, my original savings account, it gets a higher interest rate, like a whole percent higher interest rate. So it makes sense to put all of my money in there. So instead of gaining about 4 cents per month, I would be potentially gaining, because I'd be like doubling the amount of money that's in there. Yeah, I've been getting about 4 cents to 1 cent per month in my other savings accounts. So totals about like, I think it's maybe like $2. If I put them all into one bank account, I'd be making like $5 a month on it. So that makes sense to me. Plus, now I feel more comfortable about being able to keep track of the accounts in a ledger versus having to keep separate bank accounts. So I think I'm going to close out those accounts and put it all into my one savings account. So I went through my cash and what areas I have extra cash in, and what I can do with that money instead, especially if I beef up my emergency fund. I think if I make my emergency fund $2,000 instead of $1,000, then I wouldn't have to keep a pet savings fund. I do have a spay of one of my cats coming up, so I'll save like $500 aside for that, but all the rest of it I can put towards paying off debt. So my goal this weekend is to go through all of my cash, all of my random little hidden caches of cash, like what would be better, to pay off a couple of my student loans or to be able to go on a road trip. And I know that it took me a little while to save up the road trip, but I think that if I paid off a bunch of those student loans, I think that would be way more satisfying than maybe someday going on a road trip. So I'm going to count through that cash too and sort it out. I've got over $100 in coins that I collected from using the cash system. Whenever I got coins, I just put them into my can or into a jar. It's a money counting thing, instead of keeping those in the envelope spaces. Plus, whenever I'm around here, I work at a school, and it's like pennies and dimes and nickels and stuff, and sometimes quarters, but I save all that up. And since last January, I've collected over $100. It's like $105 now worth of coins. So I'm going to cash that in, and I think that what I will do, add all that stuff up, see what I can do on Tuesday. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you guys an update. And then so Tuesday, because Monday is a holiday, Tuesday I'll go and deal with my bank account stuff. And then on Thursday, we'll aim for a Thursday update on, we'll probably do a Tuesday update. And hopefully, what my goal is, I'm like totally freaked out about the whole idea of getting rid of all the money that I've got saved up, but maybe do a live stream of paying off a couple of my debts. I mean, I've got money saved up in a whole different bank that I don't even count as money. That's like $9,000 over there that I could pull. Plus, I've come up with like another $3,000 easy, just without really trying. So $9,000 and $3,000, that's like $12,000 that I could pay towards some of my student loans, and some of them they're pretty frightening. That they're like less than $9,000 owed, but by the time it reaches its maturity in 2028 is when my loan is supposed to be repaid by. It would be like over $12,000, like almost $13,000 worth. So I think I'm gonna definitely work to pay that one off first, and so like that's a big chunk of money. And then from there, work and see how much money I would have left to be able to pay whichever other loan there is. I probably pay, after that one really big scary one, I would probably pay the next biggest with the most interest. So I think that's how I'll pay it off. So I've got 6 student loans. They all have different amounts on them. I'll go over that on Tuesday when I go to the bank, and figure out what my cash and money situation is, and get all of my bank accounts all put into one spot. And that'll give me time to think about like how much money I feel like I need for, I mean, I've got money saved up for my dental work that is more than what I would need for my dental work right now. And then figure out how much I want to save aside just for dental work. Honestly, I think if I saved like $1,500, that would cover pretty much any dental bill from here on out. Way more than enough for any dental bill from here on out. Only other thing I'd have to think about is that I've been going back and getting massages again, and that's almost $75 a whack. So I need to figure out something about that. See if I can change my health insurance to cover some of that, I guess. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off and go start getting ready for cleaning up after the dance. Not the dance, the game. There's a game, and then there's a dance. So it's gonna be a long night. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and I will keep you guys updated. And here's to 2019 with a bang. I mean, like 2 years of budgeting, it might as well start paying off debt finally. Right? Okay, bye guys.